Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. This is Ray and I am coming to you with a new video today. Today I wanted to talk about the art of giving and receiving and also balanced energy. We often hear that term balanced energy, but we don't really know exactly what does that mean. When we talk about an energy being balanced, it's no matter what type of job you do, whether it's in the spiritual world, whether it's as a psychic, as a medium, a clairvoyant, it is a healer, whether you're a nurse, or whether you are a retail worker. We all want to get compensated for our time and our energy. We're all seeking some balance, right? We're all seeking some form of payment. You wouldn't go to a job that's 8 to 5 and expect something for free. Expect for your work to be, not compensated. You would want to get paid if you are working at a job for someone else. And if you're self-employed and you're working for yourself, you would want to be compensated for your time. Now, I'm the type of person that when I do things for people, I never expect anything in return. And let me tell you, being in the spiritual community all these years, I've done a lot of good things that I don't really talk about and I don't really gloat about here on my YouTube channel or on my Instagram IGTV. But I feel like there is a calling for me to talk about these topics because these are everyday situations that I go through, and I think a lot of you actually go through it as well. So hear me out when I say that you always need to make sure that no matter what situation it is that you're in, whether this is a work situation or it is you giving your services or your time and your energy to someone that is balanced. Even in your friendships, you need to make sure that your friendships are balanced. Because even though there's no necessarily, you're not expecting to be paid, there is a give and take when it comes to any kind of situation like friendships or even relationships. I come across a lot of people who are in a relationship, but it's one-sided, and then the person that is the intuitive goes into intuitive overload because of the fact that they feel like maybe they're giving too much of themselves, and they consciously or on a subconscious level know that they're actually doing that, but then they're not really doing anything else to make sure that that other person gives them something back, and it becomes a very unbalanced situation. Now the problem with that is that the intuitive is basically is overloaded with burdened with guilt, burdened with all these emotions, and they start kind of playing it on themselves and thinking that they're the ones that are guilty, or that they made a mistake, or that they deserve that kind of energy because they did something wrong. And we often see this happen with empaths and psychic intuitives. So if you are in a relationship and you are the one that is setting up romantic dates, you're cooking meals for your partner and your partner never shows up, you're sending text messages and they never respond, or they're creating some kind of distance, these are the things that need to be watched for and looked at very closely, because it doesn't feel like it's balanced. I recently had a client, and I'm not going to go into the details, but it was a client that was in a relationship with someone. Luckily, she was very smart to get past this situation and move on, because she knew that it was unbalanced, but it still bothered her in the background of her mind as to why she felt like she couldn't get this person out of their head. What happens is that when you are giving your time and your energy and it's not balanced, there is like a tethering of souls. There is a soul bond. There is a spiritual cord that extends from your heart center to that person's heart center. Especially when we're talking about helping someone without expecting anything in return. It creates a bond between you both. It doesn't matter if you're a soulmate. It doesn't matter if you're not a soulmate or you're a twin flame. That doesn't matter. What matters is that a bond has been created, but the energy is not balanced. Okay, so in order to get to that balanced state, you have to eliminate the fear, eliminate those low vibrations that have you questioning exactly what is your next move, that have you questioning, am I doing this right? Should I do it this way? Am I going to upset this person because I don't want to lose this person? I don't want to lose the friendship. But you kind of sometimes have to step outside of those comfort zones and those little blocks that you put yourself into and actually confront the person. And communication is key. And having these conversations about how they make you feel is all about adulthood and two individuals who are balanced. See, a narcissist is not going to do this. They are not going to take accountability. They're not going to try to fix a situation. They're not trying to do any of that. They actually do the opposite and blame you. And so if you're dealing with a narcissist, it's very important that you acknowledge that this person is partially responsible. Remember, it takes two people. So I'm going to use a different example of why it's so important to give and take, and why people sometimes get in the sense of entitlement and don't really realize what they're doing. And if they do realize it, they don't care, because we have conditioned ourselves and we have conditioned a lot of people in our families to believe that they are entitled to certain things in this world. So I'm going to use a different example. I am a YouTuber. For those of you that are obviously watching this on YouTube, you can relate. You know who I am. And some of you that are watching me for the very first time on my YouTube channel, you probably don't know who I am, but you kind of heard of me or something drew you to my channel. Maybe it was a suggestion. And for those of you that are on my Instagram, either you're a follower or somebody's tagged you or you came across this video. I recently had a situation where I did this live chat. Basically, I went live like I do. I try to do live free readings and kind of sitting down with my family. I call them my soul family, my rays of light. And I sit down with you guys and chat about world events, what's going on in your life, what's going on in mine, and kind of create a very pleasant experience. And I recently had a situation where during one of my live chats, I get like a lot of people with live chats. There is a feature or a function called super chat, and you can actually donate to the person if you want to support their channel. Some people, some readers that do readings on YouTube, they use the super chat feature to do readings only on people who donate. I am not like that. I do readings on people who donate or people who are in the audience who don't have the money to donate, because again, I believe in the balance in the creating a very balanced world. It cannot be all give and take. Yes, I charge for my private readings, but I also feel like it's very important and essential to give back to create a balance in the universe, because not everything has to be gimme, 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 gimme. You can do a good deed for someone, and I've had a lot of people in my lifetime do good deeds for me. When I went through the hurricane in 2017, a lot of people came forward and they donated. They didn't have to, but they did. Red Cross people and people from that I didn't even know that were in Austin, Texas, came forward and helped me. And I'm forever grateful to these individuals, these souls. I even have soul family from North Carolina and from Florida that came, and from California. So from all walks of life, I had people that came to me and gave to me, but never brought it back in my face that they had helped me with that situation. Now, going back to the live chat that I do, I had a situation recently that came up where I do readings for people that donate, because I feel like if you're giving me support, and I'm always very vocal that the money that comes to from the donations, that goes towards supporting my channel. Now, a lot of people that are tuning in are like, why would you need donations to support the work that you do, or why would you need donations to do free readings? It's not to do free readings for people. I'm not expecting to get a donation, but I always bring it up that if they want to donate, they can feel free to. What people fail to realize, I think, a lot of times when they are on my channel, is that a lot of the content that I produce and actually put on my YouTube channel, it takes time that I could be spending working with clients one-on-one, okay? It also takes my energy, because it takes time to sit down and actually film like I am now, which I don't mind. I love what I do. I genuinely love what I do. Then it also requires internet. If I don't have internet, I don't have cable service for a connection on my desktop or even on my cell phone, because a lot of the stuff that I'm filming, like right now during this quarantine, is here on my cell phone. I have an iPhone 11 and I love the quality and the pixelation and all that. So it requires my phone bill to be paid in order for me to do this content. Without any internet, with that comes with the phone service, the monthly service, I wouldn't be able to produce content. Same thing with my Wi-Fi. Whenever I'm not using my phone and I'm actually using a video and I have to upload with the SD card, that requires that. Then electricity is also factored into all of that. Electricity isn't free. And I feel like a lot of people don't take that into an account. Or if they do, they don't care. And we've become so entitled as a society. And if this quarantine and this pandemic has taught us anything, it's about doing for people, doing for one another. I can do so much, and I can do so much good things in the world for a lot of people, but someone will always have a problem with that. Someone will always be expecting something for nothing, and it's not healthy. So I had a situation where this individual donated. I obviously didn't see that she had donated, because when you are in a super chat, I have a large following, which I'm so grateful to all of you out there that are looking at my channel and listening. I have like a huge following on YouTube. And when I go into chats, a lot of people can't see what I'm seeing, but on the right hand side, there's like this column, and there's just so many people commenting, and it goes up really fast, and I have to constantly scroll down. And I'm doing reading, listening to spirit, channeling, using my tarot cards and oracle cards to give free readings to people who have either donated, or if they haven't, I also read those people as well. But again, keep in mind that I always state that my readings on YouTube that are live and public, these are not private readings where people have gone to my website and actually booked. These are free, right? These are me giving back. Those donations are for my channel, they're not for, to get a free reading. Well, after the live chat went on, and I ended the chat, I received a nasty email. I want to say that it was very foul, and it was from someone, I'm not going to say who, but this individual probably knows who they are, and they came to me and they were like, either you overlooked me or you skipped me on purpose. I got it, I didn't get my reading and I donated to you, so I want my question answered, or I want my money back. I want my donation back. And I was like, first of all, okay, you will not come and disrespect me and my energy and come to me and come to my email and approach me in that manner. Okay, it's very disrespectful. Now, some people could say that I'm being very cocky. I'm being very pretentious in my way of responding to this or reacting to this. But I have to make something clear. People are not going to respect you unless you demand respect in this world. And you cannot allow certain behaviors to go on and for people to treat you a certain way and think that that's okay and that's acceptable, because it's not acceptable for you to be, or anybody to be, not just myself, any brother and sister out there that is doing any kind of work. I don't care if this is a worker, a waitress at a restaurant. Once we go back to restaurants being open, you need to be held accountable for your own actions and your own energy. Now, this person commented. First of all, I didn't respond back right away. I decided that, I needed to let that person sit with their energy and to really kind of listen to and kind of contemplate perhaps how they approached me about this. First of all, how are you going to, baby girl, how are you going to request a donation back as a refund for $4.99? Okay, I don't care if it was $3.99, $4.99, $5.99. If you're going to request a donation be refunded back to you, then what is the whole point of donating? And this is the thing that I have, and the issue that I have, and the reason that I'm being so vocal here on my channel, and why I'm being so vocal here on my YouTube, is to strike some common sense and put some common sense into some people that don't have common sense. And if you think that you're going to disrespect me and disrespect other people out there, I can't speak for other people, but I won't tolerate it. So I actually approached this person very professionally, and I told them, I said, first of all, readings are not guaranteed when they are not a private reading that you've paid for. If it's a donation, that doesn't guarantee you a free reading, okay? Second of all, when you give to someone, you do not take it back. Like, that is like not authentic. It's not okay. That's like donating to a cancer charity or to some other organization and then going back and saying, you know what? I was expecting a free t-shirt or a pen and you didn't give me that, so give me that money back. I'm like, girl, really? So, you know, I'm not angry or upset at this person, but I'm not going to allow them to disrespect me and for me to not, and to just take it and not say anything about it. That's why it's so important for us as spiritual workers, and you that may not be into the spiritual work, but you are someone that is spiritually enlightened, or you work every day with someone. You cannot allow certain people to treat you like that or to treat you like dirt, because what happens is that that same energy that they're throwing at you is the same energy that you are allowing when you don't say anything. And so I'm not saying that you need to get confrontational, but there has to be a balance and exchange, and people knowing the difference between giving and taking energy. And I don't think this person, I think this person honestly did need the insight, but there was a whole different a way that you could have approached me and approached the way that you asked, you know, the way that you basically sent me the email. It's kind of hard when you are looking at text messages and emails to kind of interpret their voice inflections or to determine whether or not they how they are really, you know, trying to be. Perhaps this person didn't have that intent, but the way that the email came across was very, you know, very, very much so offensive, very rude, very condescending. Now, had I been somebody else and I would have lowered myself to that vibration, I would not have read this person at all, and I would have ignored her email and just went about my everyday. But I believe in integrity. I believe in helping people genuinely, even when they have nasty attitudes, such as what I experienced with this person. And so I responded back to the email and I gave them a mini reading. And I also explained that when I do my mini readings, I'm very specific that you're allowed to ask one specific question. The question that was asked was a very open-ended question. Okay, and when it's very open, it could be in any kind of category. And, you know, sometimes when I do readings, I go off and I channel and I give information more beyond the actual reading for people. But I just wanted to talk about this today because I feel like a lot of you could be going through this, but you fear of losing your job, or you fear that your boss is going to treat you a certain way. I don't give a crap. You don't have to take it. You don't have to allow someone to abuse you. You don't have to allow a certain pattern. And if you have an issue with it, you need to speak up and you need to tell them how it is, because we are the energy that we allow into our lives. And so a lot of people that are kind of like, I'm so unhappy with work, I'm just so miserable in my life, why do I always have these bad things that happen to me? Like, why am I always given bad luck, or I have shitty people in my life, they treat me like shit? But are you allowing people to treat you like shit is the question that Spirit has for you. Are you allowing people to come and step up to you and treat you like dirt? Are you allowing people to use you and use of your goods? Are you allowing a man to come into your life and be like a gigolo, and you're paying the bills and you're working and he's just laying up at home looking and acting handsome or pretty because he has a nice shape and because you don't think that you deserve better than that out there? Let me tell you, honey boo boo, you deserve so much more, and you are worth so much more. And people, this is the thing that I've learned, is that people will respect you more when you demand respect from people. Hear me out now. I'm saying when you demand respect from people, they will respect you more. And that is just the plain truth. You know, many times I've done things for people that I considered my friends who, you know, felt that I was like, you know, wanted something from them, or I wanted something like that. These were not genuine friendships that I'm no longer in. I was the type of person that I would read for people, and I was like, they were like, well, I can pay you for that. I was like, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. I'm fine. You know, you're family to me, because that's how I treat people that aren't considered my friends, even if I've never met this person face to face, or I've just, you know, interacted with them online, and I kind of take them under my wing, or I feel like, you know, they are like soul family and I just want to help. That's the person that I am, and the person that I was at one time. Now, I'm not saying that I still don't do that and still help people that genuinely need the help, because a part of me will never change because of the bad experiences that I have had in the past. But if somebody is, there's a difference between you wanting to like do free readings all the time for your friends, or give, you know, yourself, give a piece of yourself. Maybe you're a makeup artist out there. Maybe you are somebody, a hairstylist, and your friends are always coming to you like, you know, Becky, I don't have the money right now, but I really need my hair done. Can you hook me up, please? The people, pay attention to the people that are just asking for you to give, that are just saying me, and are not giving back to you, because it's those people that are basically abusing your boundaries. And until you set up boundaries and you take back your power and you reclaim that, they will not continue, they will not respect you, and you're going to feel continuously, you're going to feel drained, you're going to feel emotionally like just physically depleted. Even if you're working from home, it's good to set up healthy boundaries. And I'm talking about this now because I feel like in the month of May, a lot of people may be returning back to work, or even in June. Okay. And as we go back to work, we need to remember the energy and what brought us to this pandemic, and the reason that we are in this right now. A lot of people, I can see, they have not changed one bit. This quarantine hasn't taught them anything. They're still self-righteous, egotistical pricks and bitches out there. I'm just going to say it. They are. There are people that are like that. And they have gone throughout life treating other people like that. Maybe they have treated other psychics like that, or they've treated other people. But you will not treat me like that. I will not allow that. I'm sorry. I don't play that game. I'm very firm when it comes to demanding respect. And you can call me whatever you want. You can come onto my channel and be a troll and whatnot. That's not going to change who I am as a person. And I'm very clear and very coming to you from a very good place of good energy and love, so that a lot of you that are on my channel and understand and know what I'm talking about, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm very nice at the end of the day. I'm a very nice person. I'm very giving. But what I will not allow is for people to come into my energy field and be energetic vampires and parasites and be symbiotic and kind of suck that life force out of me and treat me like garbage, you know, when I'm doing a good deed for the world and I'm helping the world in my way. You may be super Christian in your beliefs. You may have your own beliefs. That's fine and dandy, but you're not perfect. No one out there that is listening to this can say that they are perfect. We all have our own flaws. We are all our own individuals. But I wanted to talk about this today because it's something that I feel like a lot of you out there, a lot of my rays of light, a lot of my followers and my soul family on Instagram could take something out of this and take a snippet out of it. Respect yourself so that others can respect you. And I leave you with that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Big angel hugs. I hope everybody's doing well. Until next time. Bye.